Okay, so I'm going to talk about YouTube and the importance of understanding the value of this for traffic acquisition. I think YouTube is a very underutilized platform. I think it's often down to a misconception around its use and maybe the expectations for that of how you actually can drive traffic. Now, most people presume that you need to do vlogs, you need to do lifestyle, you need to be picking up, carrying a camera around all the time, and you need to do it accumulatively for years in order to drive traffic from a YouTube channel and grow the YouTube channel as a whole. Actually, this isn't the case. In reality, there are quite a lot of easy trends that you can actually do to drive quite a lot of easy traffic to your page. And you can do it in a surprisingly quick time. Now, I should mention that YouTube should not be the primary traffic source. So under no circumstance should YouTube be the one and only traffic acquisition that you have. It should not really detract from what you're doing currently with the branding of the creator and following the 10 steps of marketing genius to growing an account on any sort of OnlyFans or FanView or Fansly or whatever it might be. There needs to be a clear-cut branding and idea and so on, as discussed in this video, where you can learn a key 10-step guide to guaranteed success with OFM marketing. However, what you're doing with YouTube can actually sit on the side of this. It doesn't need to necessarily detract from it. You could be a gamer girl, but you could still produce some basic yoga or try on or wet versus dry content on YouTube, and it wouldn't necessarily affect what you're doing because it can just be an exclusive site by itself to drive traffic on its own. Now, the three examples that I'm going to give you here are, in my opinion, the three lowest barrier to entry and easiest trends that you can do on YouTube with your creator. So the first one is going to be stretching and yoga. This is, in many cases, a niche by itself, but it's also just a trend that you can do. And performing very basic stretching and yoga on YouTube is going to be a great way to generate engagement and somewhat sexualize without necessarily getting banned. Another fantastic one is try-on hauls. So literally just heading into a changing room or a dressing room, whatever you want to call it, and essentially filming the outfits and voiceovering what you're wearing and why you're selecting the outfit. Finally, dry versus wet. This is actually a firm favorite, and the views will suggest that too. This is one of our creators. Only 7 videos on this channel, yet the average view count is got to be in excess of 1 million by the looks of things, or at least close to. So in terms of what it can do for an account in such a short time, it's fantastic and something that you should really, really consider as a supplementary traffic acquisition channel for any of your creators. Now, to give you a little bit of clarification on how this looks and what you can kind of expect to see from doing this properly, the views that you can accumulate on a daily basis is nuts. Now, this is a creator that has started to drive traffic again in the last couple of days, and you can see the volume of views that she is getting on a monthly basis. And you can only begin to imagine what that figure would be if the graph was this high every day for the entire duration of the 28-day period. Which should excite you as to the potential of all of your creators and the value that it can have for the impact on subscriber count and the volume of new sub revenue and therefore total revenue on the OnlyFans. So what are the key things to consider here? Well, there definitely should not be an over-sexualization with any of this content. At no point should this be a thirst trap where you are essentially being overly sexual in order to try and get over that you are an OnlyFans creator. It should be modest content. You will funnel sufficiently just with having less explicit content that is organically growing on the algorithm. Ultimately, if there is a even remotely pretty creator and she is doing even remotely normal, relatable, or even somewhat erotic things, it will gain traction to the OnlyFans page. And instead of focusing on how you can accumulate more conversions by being sexual, focus on how you can favor the platform and how you can make sure that the platform pushes your content and gets more volume and more views, because ultimately that will accumulate to more traffic in the OnlyFans page. So now that we have all of this information, how do we practically turn this into traffic being driven to the page? Well, there are 3 key steps that I want you to do from this point. Step number 1 is going to be to watch our 10-step guide to Marketing Genius. This is a chronological order in a step-by-step fashion of things to do to guarantee that whatever it is that you do profits as an idea from a marketing perspective. This is a very, very self-explanatory video, and you will be very thankful for watching it. Step number 2 is then to take what you've learned and go out and do some market research. Find a load of creators very similar to what I found here and put together a comprehensive list of good examples that you think you could provide to your creator that essentially display what it is you're proposing. And then thirdly, get on the phone and propose it. Proposing to the creator is a necessity here for two reasons. One, morally, you should always have the creator on board with the idea first. But two, practically, you need the creator on board here because it's impossible to do this content without them. So we recommend getting on the phone and basically just pitching the idea, explain what you think is going to go well, explain the deliverables, explain what you're going to do, explain what we think we can all get out of it, and see if she's on board. And if she is, great. And if not, find someone else. You can also reference the ideas that you've come up with and the marketing research that you've done to display to the creator what exactly that it is that you're proposing. At which point, basically, you can go, and that would be it. Now, a final tip here that is going to be really important for improving the conversions is to actually make sure that they are being prompted that you have an OnlyFans page. So we recommend doing this at the start of the video and basically just funneling them to the page based on a little prompt visually and verbally around the fact that you have an OnlyFans page. So this should be either text on the screen or actual voice, ideally both. And there should be a logo on the screen, a little OnlyFans logo, or at the very least a username or something that they can then actually act on, a call to action essentially. At which point we should hopefully have much, much better conversions and more of the traffic that we're engaging with actually going through and subscribing to the page. There is a link to a free Telegram group in the description where if you have any questions, a member of the team can get back to you. There is also a link to our personal Telegrams, and we'll see you in the next one.